Good morning, beloveds.
Good morning, OCSL. Everyone please rise and join along with the congregational song. Return to me, with every breath, return in and begin with me, with every breath, return to me, with every breath, return in and begin with me, with every breath, return to love, with every breath, return in and begin with love, with every breath, return to peace, with every breath, return in and begin with peace, with every breath, return, with every breath, return, with every breath, return.
Good morning. I'm so happy to see you all. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Annie Golia. My pronouns are she, her, they. I'd like to thank our multi-talented musicians, Deb Santa Maria and Terry Stanley. Let's give them a hand. And let's also give some love to our amazing AV team and our sound engineers, Levi Griffin and Rain Burhi. Yay! Welcome, welcome, welcome to Oakland Center for Spiritual Living, where we teach spiritual principles and practices that nourish us, uplift us, and celebrate our oneness with all of life. A special welcome to those of us who might be joining us for the very first time. We are so glad to have you in the sanctuary with us. Please raise your hand if you're willing, and someone will come and bring you a packet. Is there anyone here for the first time? Also, a big welcome to everyone who is joining us on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. Give them a wave. Yeah. Make sure that you sign up for our weekly newsletter so you can learn all about the fun and interesting things we offer here at the Oakland Center. We want to respectfully acknowledge that here in the Bay Area, we gather on the traditional land of the indigenous Ohlone people. We honor with gratitude the land itself and the people who have stewarded these lands for countless generations. Now, let's take a moment to bless our children wherever they are. We bless all the children in our community and the world. We love you. We see you. We know the truth of who you are. You are unique expressions of God, and we are grateful to have you in our lives, and so it is. Wednesday, August 27th, join Nancy Hester and Ron Marshall, practitioner, for our midweek Oasis service for an encore discussion on the topic, the turbulence of love. 6:30 is meditation, and 7 p.m. is the service. Get your tickets now for the 80th anniversary gala. Woo, woo, woo. It's on September 20th. They're on sale now. Visit oaklandcsl.org/events. We have various ticket options available. Also, there are limited community tickets available for those in need. For those of you, please contact Reverend Sunshine Michelle at revsunshine@oaklandcsl.org. We're collecting shout-outs to celebrate our 80th anniversary. Either stop by and meet Reverend Deb on Sunday, August 31st at noon in the courtyard to record your video message of love, memories, and congratulations for OCSL, or record your own short video greeting of 60 to 90 seconds and email it to info@oaklandcsl.org, or contact Rev Deb at myrootconnections@gmail.com with questions. Let's make this milestone event even more unforgettable. And now I want to welcome Nancy Hester for more information about the gala. So Nancy, come on up.
Good morning. I'm speaking on behalf of Gabriella. We are having our 80th anniversary celebration next month, and that says a lot for a center to be around this long. And we've been around this long because of volunteers and people who have helped to grow this community. What we are asking today is we need volunteers to help put on this gala. We have a committee, but it takes a lot of people to put on an event like this. So we're asking people to volunteer for this event. It can be 30 minutes, it can be an hour, whatever you choose. There are many positions, and we need the help. So there's a sign-up sheet on the table in the lobby, and it will be out there, and if you have any further questions, you can ask me, Gabriella, of things that you would be interested in doing for this event. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you for your service. Okay, join us today after service for our monthly community potluck and Bring a Friend Sunday. Board member Deborah Jackson leads this project on the fourth Sunday of every month. Thank you, Deborah. Please join the team and the fun, assisting with setup and cleanup. Contact Deborah at oaklandcsl.org for more information. The Women's Spiritual Empowerment Group is back and starts a new 8-week series after service today at 12:45 to 2:15. The following session is next Sunday, August 31st. Visit oaklandcsl.org/groups to learn more and to get the rest of our session dates. Did you know that we have a lost and found bin of unclaimed items? If you are missing an item, please let Nancy Hester know. Email is nhester@oaklandcsl.org. For all unclaimed items, the bin will be placed out by the names tag table so you can sort through them. After 2 weeks, any unclaimed items will be donated, so check now. if you even think you might have lost something. The Social Justice Ministry meets on September 7th at 1 p.m. in the Social Hall, the first Sunday of every month. So that's September 7th. Please join us. It's such an important committee. Our nonprofit partner for July and August is Inside Circle. Inside Circle is a nonprofit dedicated to fostering personal growth and healing among individuals impacted by the justice system, creating transformative programs for people inside the prison system, programs for currently and formerly incarcerated youth transitioning back to society, and much more. So important. Visit their website at insidecircle.org for more information. The Spirit Treasure Bookstore celebrates August with its inventory clearance sale. Books are 40% off. Merchandise is 30% off, and any 5 items or more valued over $10 are 40% off. 10 or more items valued under $10 are 40% off. So, whoa, what a deal. Please be sure to pick up your OCSL 80th anniversary bag for $15 plus tax. So a lot of good deals going on in there. Visit oaklandcsl.org for more information about our beloved community. And visit csl.org and see what is happening within our Centers for Spiritual Living global organization. And now, please stand if you are willing and able, and let's recite together our vision and mission statement. The vision of the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living is to joyfully reveal the love and oneness of God. We are a welcoming and inclusive spiritual community dedicated to individual transformation and collective growth. Our purpose is to love, inspire, and serve our community and the world through education, music, prayer, and play. And so it is. Have a blessed day.
Hello again. Wow, it's just filling in nicely. Good to see you all. Good morning. My name is Reverend Teresa Gardiner. My pronouns are they and she, and I'm just delighted to be here today talking about love. So the theme, I'm here to do the readings and then the prayer, the treatment, spiritual mind treatment. And the theme of the month is On the Wings of Love. Theme of the week, the turbulence of love. Okay, so sit back, take a good breath. You can close your eyes, just whatever you'd like to do to take this in. Our founder, Ernest Holmes, from Take the High Road to Happiness. The wick of your individual life runs deep into the oil of pure being. No matter what confusion appears at the surface of your life, there is always a place of calm at the center of your being. No matter how turbulent the waves may be on the ocean of your experience, beneath there is a changeless peace and love. And by the author, T.F. Hodge. When a turbulent mind and wounded heart surrenders to grace, breathing is easy. So as we turn a little more deeper within this morning, into that one breath of life, that which is always breathing us, That love that is wholly present right here within the sound of my voice and beyond. It is in every heart. For there is one heart, one love, one breath. I recognize this right here. This gift of love, this gift of holy presence that is everywhere, that we all sit within it. It is my life, it is our life, this one heart. So today is the day. We open up a little wider, listen a little deeper, and let go and surrender a little bit more. Beyond the turbulence, beyond. For there is a field there. We will meet right here in love as we open up and listen to the magnificent message of love that reaches us deeply today. We came here and we hear it. We hear the word of Reverend Dr. Sunshine Michelle that touches our heart, that awakens us, that we say yes right here today to remembering who we are, that we are in the river, the current of love, that we allow ourselves to open into the current. For it is what flows within all of us. So grateful to recognize it as the communal one heart, to call it good, and for all the hands and hearts that are present right here and now that it takes to recognize all this good, all this sweetness, all the hands and hearts that go into this service. And just sit in gratitude and surrender, for love is wholly present today. And we open up wider and we say yes, even with the turbulence or the tizzy fits. Oh my goodness gracious. It is all God. And we call it good and sweet beyond anything we could have imagined the moment before. There is something calling us. We get to say yes. So I let go. I open wide and invite you all to do the same in your own unique way. Let go, let God, let love, and so it is.
I hope you never lose your sense of wonder. You get your fill to eat, but always keep your hunger. May you never take one single breath for granted. God forbid love ever leave you empty-handed. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you never fear those mountains in the distance. Never settle for the path of least resistance. Living might mean taking chances, but they're worth taking. Loving might be a mistake, but it's worth making. Don't let some hell-bent heart leave you bitter. When you come close to selling out, reconsider. Give the heavens above more than just a passing glance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. Time is a wheel in constant motion, always rolling us along. Tell me who wants to look back on their youth and wonder where those years have gone. I hope you dance. I hope you dance.
Did y'all hear me? I want to make sure you heard me. I'm about to dance. I hope you dance with me. Well, Grand Rising and happy day to you. Happy Sunday. Happy Summer Sunday. What else can I say? Happy life. Welcome to the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Dr. Sunshine Michelle. I'm happy to be here. It's a good day. I feel the electric energy and the energetic. You know, I was coming out of my office earlier, and I overheard a conversation that, you know me, I immediately jumped into. And someone with enthusiasm was saying, I haven't been here in 10 years, and I'm back now. And I walked up and said, we've been waiting for you. I'm glad you answered the call. So thank you for those of you who come all the time, those of you who are here for the first time. We're glad to have you. That's why we're 80 years old, because your presence has been here. So let's give that a hand. I like to do a couple of public service announcements just to highlight a few things and make them pop, hopefully. The announcer did a great job, and I want to add my 2 cents. And so I first just want to, it hit me while I was there, I just want to call out Nancy Hester. Thank you, because I saw your name several different places doing several different things. She's also a board member. She's doing the name tags, and she's talking about, if she's co-chairing the gala with me, or she let me tag on with her, and she put the beautiful wreath on my door. Y'all check that out. So let's thank Nancy Hester, shall we? And I want to highlight the gala. I know we keep talking about this gala, but we're going to keep on talking about it because it's about our celebration. This is about us. Even if you don't come, you are the reason that we are 80 years old and we're celebrating it. And we're studying gratitude this year, aren't we? So we can just wallow in gratitude. So I just want to call our attention to the gala, and I was sitting there looking, we have these cards. We've been working on them so diligently. They're outside now, these cards that we want you to distribute, that you saw up there. And of all the many times we looked at this, and I'm eagle-eyed. Do you know there's no date on there? Wow, it's September 20th. Did y'all know? So look, when you hand the cards out, tell them it's September 20th and make them say it back to you, would you? It is on our website, it's September 20th. And I just want to, it says it on there, but we have, I just want to call it out. Reverend Elijah Christopher from Santa Cruz and our own Jordan Dabney are going to be our masters of ceremonies. Yay for that. We have our own spiritual leader of Centers for Spiritual Living, Reverend Dr. Sunny Cantrell Smith, who keeps telling me how excited she is to be here, and everybody else she's telling that to as well. Dr. David Alexander from Atlanta, who will also be our speaker. I believe that whole weekend we're celebrating. Y'all agree? Okay, Saturday and Sunday we're celebrating, and because we're prepping for the gala, we're going to be celebrating the week of as we set up. Reverend Dr. David Alexander will be our speaker on Sunday, and I'm delighted that he has agreed to meet with our Social Justice Committee to share some tips and guidelines after service about the social justice work that he's doing. We have Bishop Yvette Flunder, who's local here from City of Refuge. We have food, live music, a great program, dancing with DJ No Silence, Freddie Lambright III. We have our own Deb Santa Maria, Terry Stanley, and the Sounds of Joy that will be singing. Our maestro, Kev Choice, with Kate Lamont, Jen Johns. You can't beat this lineup. And thank you to all of you who have bought tickets already. We have about 75 more tickets left, right? I want to sell out. You know they're going to go quick, and you know people wait till the last minute. So don't come begging to me, asking me, Rev, I didn't get my ticket because I can't create extra seats, okay? So get your ticket today, and I especially want to thank our sponsors. We've had a number of people to buy at sponsor levels, and that's helping us. This is a fundraiser, so thank you so much to everybody. Let's get the word out. And Annie said this when she announced it, I want you to hear it from me. If you have a need and you want to come to the gala, please come talk to me. We have some community tickets. We want you to be there. Did you hear what I said? So if you know somebody who wants to come and can't afford it, tell them to come talk to me or write to me at revsunshine@oaklandcsl.org. We want everyone to be a part of this beautiful celebration. Is it a deal? Okay, and we'll give you some highlights on the Sunday if you didn't come. All right, I'm switching gears now. I have a little bit of an honoring to do. As we did last week, we have enjoyed our sound engineers, Levi Griffin, who's on today shadowing our new sound engineer, Rain Burhe, and Jasper McSilver. Last week honored him. They graduated from the Oakland School of the Arts, and they're going off to college. And so last week was Jasper's last day, last time with us. Someone corrected me. I said it's his last time, and they said with us. He's not falling off the face of the earth. But today is Levi's last day. So if Levi Griffin, where are you? Will you please come up here with me? That will be, I know he's quiet. He probably doesn't want to come, but that's okay. He can get over it because he knows Rev likes to honor him. This is Levi Griffin. You don't get to see him front and center, right? Where are you going off to college?
I went to Vermont.
School of Vermont? Bennington? He's going to Vermont to Bennington to college. This is just a little token from us, and I just really appreciate you. Now, I want you to stay here. Okay. Because I'm going to call, the sound booth will be okay, and if it falls apart, Andy's here. He'll go catch it. I want Rainberry to come on up here because we want to welcome Rain, is starting with us full time now. It's RAINN. You can come on this side, Rain. This is for you. I'm a Rev that likes to hug. Is that okay with you? Okay. Well, I just want to ask, because, I attack with hugs sometimes, and you could tell that the young folks sometimes are mortified. So let us give Rain and Levi some love. Don't go. And while you can sit, but while you're standing, I also want to acknowledge sweet Sunny Day Ross, who left this week for college in Monterey. And she came and told me, I told her a long time ago, Rain, I want to acknowledge you. Let me know when you're leaving. And she told me last week, I'm leaving this week. Okay? So I figure I can acknowledge her after the fact, because she has volunteered in the AV booth. She helps out with youth and family. So this is our practitioner, Megan Lemon's one of her daughters. She has 3. They're all very active. Jade and McKaylin have all helped out. So we're going to acknowledge Sunny Day Ross as she goes off to college in Monterey. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yay, us. We're really lucky. We're really lucky. Okay, beloveds, now is the time where we get to take a community breath together. And I like for us to do that so that we can tune into each other as beloved community, and we can hear the word and feel it. Glad that you've been breathing deeply. Spiritual people, you'd say anything that alludes to prayer or calming down, and y'all assume the posture, which is great. And I want you to exhale right where you are. Just let it go. Take a nice intentional deep breath and let it out with a sigh. Twice more, we're going to do that, breathing it in deeply, intentionally, slowly, filling your lungs. Let it out with a big sigh. Let this be a bigger breath as we breathe it in. 3 is a charm. You too, live streamers, let it out with a bigger sigh. And as you simply allow your breathing to flow in the rhythm of life, remember there's nothing that you need to do. You simply need to allow. For Spirit already knows what to do, to sustain us, to breathe us, to live through us. So this is our conscious way that we welcome Spirit into our hearts, into our minds, into our spirits as we listen to the Word. As Reverend Teresa mentioned, we follow the global themes here in Centers for Spiritual Living. The moniker I'm claiming is this. Y'all know what that is. Those of you that do, say it out loud, please. Rising higher, growing deeper. For those of you that don't know, it means that we're rising into infinite possibilities. Our roots are growing up and down, deep into the earth, as we expand in consciousness and acknowledge our spiritual beingness while we have this human experience. And this month, we're studying On the Wings of Love. And today, we get to, Miss Grady, wherever you are, every time I say that, I think of our beloved Miss Grady. We get to talk about the turbulence of love. The turbulence of love. And the qualities, there's so many embedded in here. I hope I get through the material because Spirit was just really pouring through me. Surrender, groundedness, circulation, meaning giving and receiving. It goes both ways. Trust and love. So this thing called love is a quality of God. I feel it's a divine multiplier. And I believe that we are immersed in and surrounded by love, even when we think we don't feel it. And that it is a divine quality of the infinite. It's powerful. It's an elevating force. And it associates and connects us with flight, with freedom, with forgiveness, with truth. Love is a divine healer. Is there anyone that believes that with me? No? You don't sound like it. Okay. And turbulence, when we talk about turbulence in love, while that might be a little challenging, it can be a catalyst for growth and a deeper connection. That's where I'm going with it. And I ran into a quote, I kind of like these quotes that help us to give it context. Ramsey Clark, a former U.S. Attorney General, said, "Turbulence is life force. It is opportunity. Let's love turbulence and use it for change." In other words, we might be welcoming that thing that we think we want to run from. That's why I ask us to lean in. Love as that divine quality of God is not static. It is a living organism that must have turbulence. Did you hear me? It must have turbulence as it moves and it shifts and as it interacts and becomes. There's this entanglement. There's this enmeshment that happens in life and livingness. If we're living it fully, even if we're not living it fully, it happens around us anyway, right? I thought of the term, I don't use this term, but it came up in me, the grist of the mill sometimes, because love can, if we're living out loud, which we were studying here not long ago, causes more fodder for growth. In, as, through, around love, sweet love. Without the turbulence of love, love might become stale. Right. Yeah. Without the turbulence, it could become stale and might not stay fresh, alive, and vivid with color. Because turbulence can work us, right? We can get stagnant. But when we have some turbulence to work through, especially with our spiritual principles, we get somewhere. We get somewhere. So I'm taking a twofold approach to this topic today. One of them is that turbulence can be created from the properties of love, such as combustion and intention. We know about intention, right? Collective thought, or what we in New Thought, in our movement, call race consciousness, which is a space of collective thought that sometimes we buy into knowingly or unknowingly. In general, there's this thing called race consciousness that we as a people participate in. For instance, a couple of examples, shall we? In the fall, you hear all these advertisements that say, it's flu season, you're going to get sick. So you might as well go buy all the over-the-counter meds and get your flu shot and whatever. I'm not knocking flu shots. Don't go tell anybody that Rev said don't get a flu shot. I did not say that. I'm talking about the race consciousness that we buy into that allows ourselves to get sick because we're not proclaiming health. We're deferring to that place in race consciousness that says this is going to happen to me, I might as well surrender. You with me? Okay. Here's another example on the flip side of that. We're talking about race consciousness now, still. Peace will prevail, and every year on the last day of the year, in December at 4 a.m., in whatever time zone you're in, we're going to all pray for peace, as we started to do at the Harmonic Convergence in 1989. and we believe that truth prevails. That's a form of race consciousness too. You get me? It depends on how you use it. So that's what I'm thinking about from a place of turbulence. The other perspective of love and turbulence is how to handle turbulence while you're in it. How do we respond to the rumbler earthquakes that we're not sure? Have you ever been? Yes, let me not ask a stupid question. Of course, probably most of us have experienced an earthquake because we're here in California. At least a minor one, some of us major ones, right? You know, there's the one that's the big jolt. Woo, you feel that for sure. The one I'm talking about right here is that rumbler. Have you felt that rumbler that's like, oh, what was that? Did I feel that? Did you feel that? And then you feel it again, right? That rumbler that makes you know that there's an earthquake. What do we do with that? Or the tsunami or the hurricane that they say is coming, that it's like, well, it looks like it's a beautiful day outside. The waters are calm. What do you mean a tsunami's coming or an earthquake? I need to go hide. When there's that underground rumbling or swelling or moving along the fault lines, it eventually has to show up on the surface. This is turbulence, right? This is the turbulence. And some of what I'm talking about is literal, but much of it is metaphorical. How do you apply this in your life? What do we do about the posture that we take? What posture do we assume? Determines how well we brace ourselves and our ability to survive and recover from the disturbance. Did you hear that? How well we posture ourselves determines how we get through it. Mark Nepo in the Book of Awakening says, "Yet that base of spirit remains unaffected by the storms that churn up to the surface. It obeys a deeper order." That's what we're talking about, turbulence of love, right? That deeper order of love, regardless of the turbulence that we're going through. So this entanglement, this enmeshment, I like those words. You know, they're kind of complicated and complex. You get this intermingling that's happening. And we're all these unique individuals. We all deal with things differently. We all have our own signatures. So when we get intermingled with each other, even if we have commonality and synergies, there might be moments of agitation, right? We might feel unsettled and even upset. Have any of you had that? What we do with it and do about it is the key, especially as we're spiritual conscious beings living with intention and with what we want to be this harmony and wanting the best for all. And even besides relationship, we can have turbulence in love by ourselves simply from wanting to come from a place of love for everybody and for life. We still may face entanglement and turbulence because what? We're living this human experience. We're going to experience it, just period. And if we flip it, you know, that's one of my favorite tools. I love when I hear my own language being used. I hear people saying, well, I flipped it. I hear them right in front of me saying, well, you know, they don't even say I'm flipping it. I hear the language. You know, when we practice these things, it helps us to declare that which we want. When we flip our perspective and declare the truth that is happening regardless of the turbulence, we are more apt to receive the benefit that it has for us than not. It shows us that we're alive, awake, and aware. You know, the greater beings told me recently through my spiritual practice that as I level up, my assignment is for me to learn how to meditate in the midst of chaos and noise. Because I am laser focused and my faith is really strong. So I hear it, I just go right there. But I need to focus. Spirit is calling me up to say, what do you do, beloved, when it's noisy as all get out and you can't focus necessarily? Do you still follow me? Can you still hear me? So you know what? When I heard that, I'm working on it. I am working on that. And when I heard that, it immediately brought me to an example. Many years ago, in my corporate career in human resources, where I was commuting by BART to San Francisco, pre-pandemic. So it was this crowded train. I haven't been on the trains very much. I don't know if they're still crowded like they used to be, but they used to be packed. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Pre-pandemic, right? Packed. Short ride, but packed. And whatever was going on at the moment, I think there was some commotion on this packed train. I was still doing my spiritual, I've been in spiritual practice for decades. And I often do it in my spiritual practice in the morning, no matter where I am or what I'm doing. And quite often, y'all get stories because I'm out there walking and the trees and the waters are talking to me. Well, this day, the crowded train was talking to me and whatever commotion was happening. So I commenced to praying and meditating on this crowded train with all this commotion and disturbance going on. I was doing then what the greater beings are telling me to do now, is to meditate in the midst of noise. And you know what, folks? We got a lot of noise that's happening out there right now. Y'all can take my lesson too. I'm working on it. If you want to adopt it as your lesson, please do. Because we need everybody to be able to stay focused as best we can on our spiritual groundedness in the midst of, doesn't matter if the administration is losing its mind and doing things that is causing chaos. We need to stay focused. How do we stay focused in the midst of all that stuff? And I don't know about you, but for me, what has been challenging is the fact that fear comes in there. I was listening to Shirley. I owe you a call because I thought about you. I'm going to call and talk to you about this very thing the Spirit is telling me to say, because I know you're a master at this and I know you can help me. Because I was listening to Bishop William Barber. Anybody know who that is? The leader of the Poor People's Campaign. And he's been doing some wonderful work with many of the politicians and lobbying for justice and for freedom and for equity and for all this. I was watching a clip where he was talking about, we know what's going on in Texas, don't we? Well, if you don't, not that I'm talking politics, but we got to talk it at least a little bit because it's all mixed up in here somewhere, right? And so, Bishop Barber was talking to whoever the moderator was, I'm sorry, I don't remember, and the representative, I don't remember his name either, black man, and then he brought on a white congressman or representative, so the two of them were talking to the two of them. Bishop Barber says this. He said, well, are y'all, because they're sequestered, right? They're sequestered in those confines of those federal buildings, can't go nowhere because people want them to come back, that they want to try to control their congressional responsibilities. So Bishop Barber is saying to them, well, are you doing this or are you doing this? Because he's well familiar with how to fight in the land of civil rights and justice, right? And so he says this thing that it still has the hair on my back standing up. He said, you need to get all the clergy. You need to get all the clergy together. That's me, right? I'm a part of the clergy. Get all the clergy together and get them in full vestments. Full vestments. For me, that would be my ministerial robe and the stole you see me wearing. And have them sit in the seats there in those halls. And have them pray. And not move. And if they get arrested, that's okay. Now you feeling me a little bit maybe, huh? But here we go. Here he says, he's looking straight at the camera. And for those of you who think that this doesn't affect you because you don't live in Texas, it's coming to you next. So he's talking directly to me. I take it. I'm telling on myself because this is my teaching way. This is a little bit of turbulence. But we got to go through some turbulence in order to get to where we need to get in order to stand in love sometimes. I need an amen or a something. Y'all with me? And what it did, Shirley came straight to mind, because what I would ask her, what I'm asking you publicly on the mic, Shirley, is how do I combat the fear that rose up in me that I know I will go do that and be afraid and do it anyway? How do I deal with the fear? Now, I know how to deal with fear, but I've never been arrested. I've never intentionally done anything to get arrested. But I'm willing. And if this is my service, then that's what I need to go do. So I'm just talking about this is me and my level up, because the greater beings had already told me to learn to meditate in the midst of noise. That's noise. Because I need to stay focused and calm and quiet. What is it for you? You might have something. But this is what I'm calling us to, because if we're going to be a beloved community, we need to find out what's working or not working for us that prevents us from leveling up to be the spiritual giant that we were created to be, that we are. How do we stand up and be our true, authentic self that I'm always encouraging you to do? Except for to listen and to lean in and to say, show me how. This is what I can tell you for sure. If you go into your prayers and you say ancestors, you say higher team, that's what I call them, angels, whatever you want to call them, show me. I don't know how to do this, I don't think, but I know you know through me. Show me what it is mine to do. I believe that's the lean in. It's going to show you what to do. And if you say, show me how to do it with love, don't you know it's going to show you that? That's why I put this altar up here with this Kuan Yin, this beautiful Kuan Yin goddess. You know why I bought this? I was led to buy this. Yes, I did get it from our bookstore. Goddess Mother Kuan Yin represents compassion and love. And I know that that's what I need more of in my life. That's how we're going to get through the turbulence in love. That's how. So I wanted to bring it to show you this is how we're going to master turbulence in love. This is what I offer you today, for you to look in within yourself to see what is yours to do. There was an example yesterday I'm going to give you. You know, I guess that's why Spirit gave me a mic as I go through these experiences, and I said, this is just so synchronistic that this thing is happening, and I'm talking about this today. So I'm going to give you another example. Where I was with a group, a small group yesterday, an intimate group that I know very well. And someone chose to pull me aside and talk to me about a time when I hurt their feelings because I said something that I thought was with love. I couldn't remember it, by the way, because it was so long ago. But then they turned around and said, I know I'm guilty of this and I'm working on it. So I was a little confused, couldn't remember why it was they're telling me this and didn't say it to me sooner. And I didn't know what they wanted me to do with that. So I said, I apologize if that was the case. I don't remember it. But we will have another conversation, because it's been sitting with me Why am I bringing this up? Because it was turbulence in love. I love this person. They love me. It took them a lot to say that to me in the first place. That's why it took them that long to say it. And I love them enough to open my heart to feel like, okay, what do I need to do with this? What I'm saying to you here is that sometimes we have to check our own arrogance. Yes, I said arrogance. And for those of you who feel that you're not arrogant, I especially want you to take that into prayer. Because when I heard that word, I was like, I'm not arrogant. I was like, see? And then here's the key question you need to ask. What if that is true? After you get through fighting about it, when you ask, what if it's true, that's your lean in. Because if you're listening, Spirit will tell you. So I'm saying in the midst of this thing, show me, even as recent as yesterday, show me, Spirit, how to have compassion with this. Rather than just to see my viewpoint, let me be able to put myself in their shoes, even if I don't agree with it, so that I can find a greater compassion and love, and we can come to an understanding. This is how we're going to heal the world. It's not about this. It's not about fighting and put up your dukes. And one of my biggest challenges still is, how do I love those who hurt and harm? That's a big one. It's a big one, but we all have to get there. I can guarantee you. How many of you will admit there's some people that you possibly could stand to love that hurt and harm? Like it might heal our world a little bit if you found some compassion, okay, that's good, a few hands. Yeah. Those of you who didn't raise your hand, I invite you to go into prayer. Let what I'm saying provoke you. Ask, what she's saying, what if this is true? Ask yourself that. And then take it to your spiritual prayer. Albert Einstein says, and I'm going to bring this to a close, you cannot solve a problem with the same mind that created it. So we're going to have a different mindset than the chaos that's out there creating the problems. We got to rise above it. And here's how you do it. Let me give you a few tools. I'm always talking about soft knees. Y'all know about that. Most of you do. It just means that you root yourself in. If you buckle your knees, you're going to break. It's like when you dance, when you ski, when you do anything that you use your stance. You want to billow like a tree and stay rooted. Remember, we're rooting down deeper into the earth. And then you want to, you want to flip the perspective rather than saying, I'm not this. Up until now, I was experiencing this thing, but now I am affirm that which you want. Find the mental equivalent. Be curious. Stand in curiosity and wonderment. Allow yourself to know the truth, to speak the truth. And here's a tip. When you're just distraught, and if you liken it to some waves that are crashing and you're trying to calm, focus on the calm waters. Let the waves go crashing out to sea. They know how to calm themselves out at sea. Focus on the calm right here. Breathe in the calm. Look at the calm waters. And send them out to sea. And I guarantee you, it will help you calm your energy. So with that, beloveds, let us take this to prayer. I invite the practitioners and the ministers to surround the congregation as Maureen French brings up the prayer box, live streamers. I'm sorry, I got so wrapped up in everything, I didn't greet you properly. Hello, I love you, and I invite you to do the same. Thank you, Deb, for the keys you're playing or about to play. Let us just sink inward right now. Where I believe the candle is always lit. It's one of those divine, infinite candles where the flame cannot be snuffed. It is always, no matter how dim, always lit in God. For we are God's beloved, whole, perfect, and complete in every way, in every dimension, phase. And so I give thanks this day that we come together in this beloved community, knowing and claiming the truth, not only for ourselves, for each other, for our families, for our broader community, for the world, for these prayers, the prayer requests that Maureen holds that are in this box, and for those on the list that I will call out shortly. We know the truth, and we know that the truth shall set us free. So we focus on this divine truth, which is the other side of the continuum. We don't focus on the faith, we turn our attention on the fear, we turn our attention to the faith. We don't focus on the anger, we focus on love. We focus on the knowingness that God's goodness is raining upon us. It's shining through us, around us, down upon us, up underneath us, in every direction. There is good manifesting. I am so grateful to be in this community, to know this truth, to allow this word to be spoken through me. And I link it to all of the hearts in this room and online and those that will watch this recording, so that we are one love, one breath, one consciousness in God, knowing this truth together in our own unique way. I bless our earth, Mother Earth. We lift you up in healing and restoration. And we give thanks for all of the infinite divine resources that you always provide. I bless everyone's name that I call on this prayer list right now, and those prayers that I will invite you to say out loud here shortly, knowing that God goes before and prepares the way, that each and every one is blessed beyond measure and lifted up right where they are. Knowing this for Kathy DiNardo, harmony, balance, right action. Knowing for Jackie Corwin, divine right action and guidance and abundance. Knowing for Miss Lita, whose shawl graces this altar right here, this pulpit. Knowing health, healing, and wholeness, and blessing her sister, Miss Lupe Capenda, as well. Blessing Barbara Leeds, health, healing, and wholeness. Suzanne Dubois, health, wholeness, and healing. Blessing each and every one, whether it's sickness, whether it's employment, whether it's resources, whether it's loneliness, whatever it may be. If there seems to be any turbulence, blessing and knowing that this word goes ahead to help them to not necessarily just get rid of the turbulence, but to get what it has for them so that they can grow and stretch in love, in God, as spiritual beings, knowing that the truth is being realized in all of our lives right here and right now. And so now is the time, beloveds, that I open up the doors of this prayer for you to speak your name and the names for whom you would like to include in prayer, whether it's a circumstance or a person, whatever it may be. Now is the time. And in these sweet moments of knowingness and silence and knowing the truth, and that each one of us are lifted up in healing and in the power of this prayer, again, we give thanks with gratitude, with knowingness that all things are working together truly for the greatest and the highest being. Lifting up all the children everywhere. anyone who is devastated by anything that's been going on in any way, shape, or form that has been cast aside. We lift them up with our love, with our compassion, with our understanding, with our blessing. And so in this gratitude, we simply release this word, knowing that it is already done, sending it up into the divine arms of love and law, knowing that it combusts together to produce magnificence and abundance and blessings showering upon us. We are so grateful, so grateful. Is anyone grateful in the house like me today? You grateful? Oh my goodness, there's so much to be grateful for. And so we simply rest this word in truth and knowing that it is done. Together we can declare, and so it is. And is there anything else you might want to say? Amen. Praise God. Aho. Blessed be. Yeah, all that. Thank you, Maureen. No. Can I repeat that? Maureen said, be sure to know, Rev, that I'll bail you out. Should you be arrested. Thank you, Maureen. I appreciate that, baby.
What time is it? It's time to love this community more by giving. Your givingness supports all of the gifts that we receive as being present here each Sunday or every time we step into these beautiful grounds. It's the givingness of us that creates the beauty of this space and place. So first of all, I want to thank you all for giving. Thank you all for auto-giving. Thank you all for coming to the baskets today in gratitude to give your gift of joy, your gift of love, pure love. So I invite you to give and give a little more because you never know what's going to happen, but something great and glorious is going to happen. Ernest Holmes himself, who didn't create this law of circulation, it's always existed, said in the Science of Mind textbook, freely ye have received, freely give. It is only as we allow the divine current to flow through us on and out that we really express life. The law of giving and receiving is definite. Okay?
Okay.
Yay. We make it very easy to give here at Oakland Center. There's a donate button on our website. You press that donate button. It takes you to so many wonderful ways and easy ways to give. For those of you live streaming, there's a text to give, Zelle to give. And of course, as the music begins, we can bring our gifts to the basket and celebrate. If you don't have a gift today, bring your energy to the basket and bless it. Be grateful for all the gifts of life, all the gifts that we receive, all the gifts that we give with love. And our affirmation, let's share it together. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies this offering. It blesses all that I am, all that I give, and all that I circulate. Thank you, love, as me, and so it is.
There is a power, a presence, one life of all, and no other power can exist outside of the infinite. One love that can only be God's love. Oh yes, I know that I walk, that I walk in the love of God. There is a wisdom and a knowing, a loving and a truth. Whatever you need to know will come in God's way for you. Oh, just say, until it shows, I will pray and I won't move on till I know, oh, that I walk in the love of God. For the power and the glory and the love of God is everywhere. I can see it, it's everywhere. I can feel it, it's everywhere. And I know in my heart, yeah, the power and the glory and the love of God is everywhere. I can see it, it's everywhere. I can feel it, it's everywhere. And I know in my heart that I walk in the love of God. There is a power, a presence, one life of all, and no other power can exist outside of the infinite. God's love, that can only be the one love. And oh yes, I know that I walk, oh, that I walk in the love of God. I walk in the love of God. Yes, I walk in the love of God, of God.
Deb Santa Maria and Terry Stanley. Wow. It's a good day. What a beautiful service. What a beautiful celebration. Well, we appreciate and are thankful for so many that rise up and say yes. Each of you that have come here today or see this service online, we're just so very thankful for all who participated. That was a beautiful talk. That was great. Turbulence of love. There's a lot of it shaken, and I really enjoyed hearing you and hearing your wisdom. It touched my heart. Thank you so much. And, we have a lot of practitioners here. Reverend Sunshine Michelle mentioned about, take it to prayer, go to prayer. So really, after service, we do love to pray. We really do. And come along. Just go on in the back there. It's just for a few minutes and lift your hearts or celebrate whatever's going on. It makes a difference. Our affirmative prayer, also called spiritual mind treatment, it works. Come to the back room. See you there. There's lots of ways to get prayer. You can go online. Let's see, we love to pray. Yeah. You can go online and look at our website, put a prayer in there. You can see the back box back there, put a prayer in the back box and be prayed over for a couple of weeks by our beautiful prayer ministry. Thank you, Dorothy. And so you can get sessions with practitioners. There are cards in the back by the social hall in the entrance there, so you can talk to other people, other practitioners, to get the wisdom there and have an hour session. They're so wonderful. It makes such a huge difference to have a practitioner that knows the truth for you. So if you want to enlarge that space of love, that's a good place to do it. Okay, so if you're visiting and you came in a little late, there are packages on the front table. Pick one up, and we got lots of stuff going on here. And come to the gala. It's going to be fun. There's going to be dancing and community and good speakers and such. So, okay. So just a reminder, there's a community potluck. And just because if you didn't remember or didn't bring something, put in a little money, but come have some cake and celebrate John's birthday. There is a cake. Happy birthday, John. What? And more food. More food. There's cake, there's food, there's party, there's community over there. So come on in. All right, so if you want to, you could stand up if you can and would like to. And we'll say the closing affirmation. Here we go. I use the turbulent moments of life to boost me in love, new awakening, and renewed perspective. And so it is. We say yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. And I want to say thank you. 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 I want to say thank you, 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 thank you. Want to say thank you.